I would say since I've been on my own journey for about 3 years now, I have come to just a level of understanding of the way that the world works in my life. And what I see is something that is beautiful and just a lot of wonder out there in this world. Peace, happiness, and joy. I believe that I am getting the opportunity to strive for an actual dream within my soul. And that is, working with horses and just getting out there and, just totally putting myself out in the open and holding myself accountable through every single choice I make. There's hard choices that I have to make and ones that don't feel good inside my soul. But that's just because sometimes holding a boundary for myself is what is needed. Even though I would much rather just not deal with it. But on some aspects, it's okay to do that. And some aren't. But what I'm learning is that since I fully understand who God is to me now, I barely even have to lift a finger. Yeah, I go out there and I do the work and I put every lesson out there, and I make it work for me inside my life to be professional, kind, loving, and caring towards others. And to be very honest, I love listening to other people's way of life, and their goals and dreams inside their minds, because you know what? That's what we're all striving for here on this earth anyways, is to be happy, is to adventure and love and all these other different passions that have been placed within our heart and within our subconscious. So now that I know God for myself and how I see him maneuver for me, I trust what the Bible has said to me, that you are protected. And as so long as you're making choices that are for my good, then that's all that matters. Yeah, sometimes we get caught up. Yeah, sometimes, we're not perfect. People make us mad, or we get frustrated within a situation, or we're really feeling a feeling that takes us away from what we know is our truth. And sometimes it's hard to reground ourselves and come back, to a playing field that is, just a little bit better. That's gross. I just feel this whole sensation of life changing around me. And it's one that I'm actually creating. And I can feel it because every time I sit within prayer or meditation, or I'm journaling, or I'm making a video, I reconfirm to myself of what really this life's about. And it's just beautiful, but you have to choose to make it beautiful. It doesn't have to be so hard either. And I struggled with that before. I got caught up in my own insecurities because I didn't know how to feel about anything. And I was just driving off of reaction. But now that I've been able to come into a higher consciousness because of reading the Bible and understanding that it's all inward, that he wants us to focus on the love that we have for ourselves, and others. It's not easy to love your enemies, and that's the true testament of them all. But once you understand that they're just trying to do the best that they can too, that's when you realize, yeah, I'm no different. So I can relate. We just keep going in this life, and we don't have to succumb to the chaos and destruction. That stuff is there for you to grow within it. It's your opportunity to take accountability for your own actions and say, you know what? Yeah, this doesn't feel good. I'm just going to let this pass through and allow God to truly handle it for me. And when you do that, He does. You don't think about it in ways, He says in the Bible too, like, you will get what you want, but it may not be in the form that you receive it that you are hoping for, but it will sure come to you. It's just a different way of thinking. It's a higher consciousness of understanding what your true subconscious is telling you. Programs are set within your subconscious, whether you believe it or not. Because if you think a certain way about something, where was that original input planted? You have to keep working through it, even when it's hard. And holding yourself accountable every single moment of every single day is something that, puts you through the test. But once you go through it, once you start to live it, once you start practicing it, changes your life and allows you to be a little bit more freer in this world that God has created for us. It's an amazing journey. One that I don't understand yet, but we just keep going and, living the best that we can. Adventure, love one another, just accept what is for what it is, and don't be afraid to let go, because the more we hold on to, the more it suppresses us from receiving everything that we deserve. Love you guys.